Live from Gahanna, WGLH-TV presents Lincoln Live. This is a special edition of Lincoln Live.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Emmy Huth.
And I'm Ava Miller, and today we have an untraditional show.
Ava and I have been working on a documentary for the past few months about an amazing nonprofit called Stockhands Horses for Healing.
We learned about this amazing place only this year, and we were so lucky to be able to connect with the volunteers and participants at Stockhands.
Everyone at Stockhands has an amazing story, but unfortunately, our documentary had to be under 10 minutes.
We learned so much from getting to tell the story of this amazing horse barn, and we are so grateful for the opportunity provided to us.
Please enjoy our documentary, Stockhands Horses for Healing.
Tucked away in a corner of Powell, Ohio, lies a nonprofit organization providing therapeutic horse rides and support services for individuals with physical, developmental, and emotional challenges.
All the way around and ready.
Welcome to Stockhands Horses for Healing.
Stockhands is a place where we provide equine assisted activities for a whole community of folks looking for a place for healing, for respite, for some forms of therapy.
I met Tim and another veteran named Pete here, and they asked me, what do I want? And I said, I want to learn how to sleep again.
We started out with just our therapeutic riding program and our veterans program in 2014. Since then, we've evolved into several different programs. We work with 4 local high schools that are either learning disabilities or behavioral youth, and we teach basic horsemanship and relate a lot of this stuff back to life skills.
Well, it's not just a horse barn, it's a nonprofit that serves everybody in the community, children with physical and developmental disabilities, adults as well, veterans, police and first responders, victims of trafficking, as well as high school programs and some of the veteran court programs.
So if that shoulder is up, the other one's going to have to drop, right?
Several years ago, I got out of the Marine Corps and I had some issues with alcohol and got in some trouble with the law and all that stuff, and I needed to find something to make some changes. And I tried to think back when I was most comfortable in my own skin, and that was working with horses.
The variety of programs offered at Stockhands reflects one mission: meeting people where they are. The origin of Stockhands started with Tim Funk, a retired veteran who used Stockhands to make a difference in the community and for himself.
How Stockhands came about is I had a friend of the family whose son was autistic, and I knew absolutely nothing about autism, and they wanted him to come out and ride one of our horses. I'm like, absolutely, come on out. They said, well, he doesn't talk and you can't touch him. I'm like, I can work with that. There he got right on the horse, and the first thing I noticed was the change in the horse. The horse that was normally this fire-breathing dragon, snorting and blowing and prancing around, kind of hung his head like an old Western pleasure peanut roller, show horse. We were walking towards our pasture gate, me and this young man, and it was about 50 to 60 yards away from us. He held my hand all the way to the gate. When I get to the gate, Mom's bawling, and I thought she was upset possibly by the way he came off the horse. Then I didn't find out till later on that evening that he doesn't hold his mother's hand, he doesn't hold his father's hand. So something happened for that young man on the back of the horse would allow him to do that.
Stories like these illustrate why equine-assisted therapy has gained attention as a complementary support strategy. At Stockhands, children with developmental delays, cerebral palsy, speech challenges, and other diagnoses participate in lessons designed to provide the extra support they need.
Both of our children were born with developmental delays, cerebral palsy. My daughter has a heart condition, and so that affected their gross motor, fine motor, and speech. And somehow I got the idea that horse therapy would be really helpful.
Parents come to me and say, hey, so-and-so can ride a bike now because of the balance and the core strength that they are learning here in the lesson. So that's why we say, making forward strides, the proof is in the arena. We truly find that they are making progress inside the arena and outside the arena.
After the first summer of horse lessons, we noticed a difference at school. We noticed that their academic skills took off and made significant leaps. We noticed their speech became clearer and their fine motor skills were much better. They were able to hold on to things that previously had been challenging. And then just in general, their gross motor, which is like your big movement, they were more confident with it. They had better posture with it, and there was less fear. So all those things, even the academic, just the fact that their IEPs were adjusted because they were doing so well and meeting goals faster was really exciting to see.
It's not only important to me, but it's important for people to understand that giving your time and your soul and your resources to something so fulfilling will change your life.
Big deep breath in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, blow up your balloon.
It's not just about, being an instructor and getting to play with horses. The impact that I see, the transformations that I see, the healing that I see on a daily basis is so incredibly fulfilling. It's just the brightest spot in my life.
In addition to pediatric programs, a significant portion of Stockhands' work focuses on the military veterans adjusting back to normal life. Therapeutic riding is helping these individuals find their purpose again.
It's a second chance at life, trying to find hope and compassion again. Most times the military will train you for 4, 8, 12, 20 years how to do the job, but they won't train you how to be a normal person again.
When you tell them to walk on, you don't want to pull back. A lot of times, as veterans, you lose a lot of confidence. You sometimes try to figure out what your purpose is, and when you can see that you're making a difference for other veterans, it gives you a purpose. It makes you feel confident, it makes you feel proud of what you're doing, and it helps you to go tackle other obstacles or challenges in your life.
And let's show Jake the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Come up here so you can see how to take the bridle off and stuff.
The Veterans Program emphasizes peer mentorship. The participants are gaining strength with themselves, but also finding a purpose and helping the people around them.
Very mouthy boy. And then you just let the bit.
Helping people that maybe we didn't get the help we needed or the second chance or the understanding. I've seen people from all walks of life come here, and it's amazing what this place has done.
I grew up with horses, and it was always my dream to work with horses someday, and it felt like it was giving back starting to volunteer here. I volunteered here at one of the lowest points of my life, and it was just somewhere I knew I needed to be.
The more upright we are, the more balanced we are in the saddle.
When I see 20, 30 people talk to me, I think that's positive. Not used to that. I've had a few people want to kill themselves that I met here, and they told me I saved their life.
Working with horses requires focus and emotional awareness. Horses respond quickly to changes in body language, breathing, and tension, making the arena an environment where participants must work on themselves in and outside of the arena.
A horse can detect your heartbeat from 4 feet away. If I'm calm, the horse is going to be calm. If I'm stressed, the horse is going to be stressed. Just showing up here on a regular basis helps me regulate my own emotions better.
One of the things that you have to learn first and foremost is how to work with the horses, understand the horses, and understand how the horses give back to you.
All the way around, breathe.
You get on a 1,000-pound animal and you're not experienced, of course that's going to be a little bit intimidating. In the same way that when we first go to boot camp and the first time you shoot a machine gun or do any of the things that we do in the military is intimidating, you learn to help each other and learn through it.
The friendships these veterans have with each other is truly something special. Whether they're giving each other riding tips, making jokes, or simply just checking in on each other, their devotion for helping each other is clearly shown.
It's kind of a return to the sense of camaraderie that we had when we were in the military, because when new people come, then some of the experienced veterans will help them, and that's exactly what we do when we're in the military as well.
We come here just to have that social friendship and build strong relationships with each other. And it helps us support each other too. And when we forget what we're here for, we forget what our purpose is, we become complacent. And when we learn to overcome fears, we learn to challenge ourselves to go on to the next thing. And each challenge that we overcome, we're eventually going to find where we belong.
You did all right, you did good.
Something to get used to.
Across all of its programs, Stockhands' mission is clear: meeting people where they are. With structured interaction with horses combined with mentorship and community support, the impact can clearly be seen across participants.
Whether it's a physical change or an emotional change, it's something that's inspiring for me. It's one of the reasons I keep doing what I'm doing and showing up to work every day.
We get something from the horses as the individual, and that's what we start out coming here for. But after a while, we also want to be able to give back to others and have them have that same experience.
If you see kids with no legs smile, it makes my day better. Like, how can they have a good day? Or if a woman's been raped and she's learning to be around people again, that's huge. Or a veteran who hasn't slept in days and they have nightmares and they can sleep again, that's phenomenal. And that's 3 out of maybe thousands of stories here.
We've had nonverbal kids say their first words on the back of our horse. We've had veterans literally break down into tears and just be with the horse and start talking about their experiences.
Stockhands is a really, really special place.
And that it is, providing a unique way of healing for those who have been through it all, and giving hope and purpose to everyone involved.